Hello and welcome back to Songs of Six. This is episode 20. It feels like episode 10 was not very long ago, but it actually was 10 days ago. Or roughly 10 days ago. We've gotten very far. When I made that episode 10, this little plaza was all condensed. We had a ton of little businesses in here. We had a ton of our infrastructure just kind of packed in this plaza now, where we have a plaza. And we moved everything out of the center. We've kind of put it off to the sides. So we've got a nice old arena in the south. We've got two big ass smithies making weapons and armor. A mason on the top and a carpenter on the bottom. As well as random buildings here and there. Use my cursor. This building here is a smithy making tools. A fine chatter in the last, or one of the last videos commented that I don't have very many tools. I think that's just due to the fact that all of my tools are getting put into businesses. So if I look, they need 1k total tools. I'd need a bigger smithy to actually get these guys tools for days like I'd like. So we can work on that. That's something that they made a point that the more tools they have, the faster they produce. The same goes for jewelers, so we could make jewelry faster with more tools. We already have them pretty decked out though, so they have an 88.89% bonus. Not great, and I did plan to make a large jeweler building over here. In fact, I should start digging that out right now. But this is episode 20, so what I like to do is kind of use this episode to go over what I've done. And that's kind of where I was at, and why I'm not going to do any building for this episode, actually. It's just going to be a complete cover of like what's been going on, and just kind of keep you up to date if you haven't been watching the series so far. So, I guess just to start with what's in front of me. These two lovely libraries. These guys make us a decent amount of knowledge, or rather they multiply knowledge. You see plus 443%. That's the multiplication of it. And here is our grand library, I should say. We have room for, I think we could probably have 155 guys. We don't need that many. Put it down to 100. And you can see it's just constantly moving back and forth. They need paper, which is made here in the paper maker. And we have got guys delivering wood to this warehouse for the paper makers to use here, but they keep running out of wood. So that's one of the issues that the city's facing currently. We've got this ration maker over here who makes tons of rations. He uses meat. If you look, meat as well as fish make more rations for less resources. So it's better to use those to make rations. We got a whole warehouse full of them right here. None of my canteens are allowing them to eat anything other than bread, really. And we don't have these 3 foods types anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I have them set so that they can only have bread, allowing me to save up the vegetables and fruit for production of people. Or rather, humans with the fruit, and eventually Kryptonians with the vegetables when I've got enough, which should be a year or 2 from now. We put in obviously tons of these big old eateries, but I'm not going to go over specific like eateries and stuff, and obviously the last 2 episodes have been kind of about this warehouse area, so I'm not going to cover that either. But we did put in a huge wall, a wall that covers the entire northern sector of our map, with nice big old catapults on it, ready to blast our enemies. We have our 2 huge laboratories, which create massive amounts of knowledge. This one could create, I think, its target is 98k, but we don't obviously have anyone staffed in there. We have these guys staffed in here. I think that their total for this building itself was 98k. But it could be totaled all together. I have no clue because this one's not active. These are the only 2 laboratories left in the city. our Temple of Athuri, which I had built, I think at episode 10. I think that was like the thing I built and was proud of the most. Look at these guys. Sacrificing tons of gems. Or rather, Sithalon. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see. And then, what else do we got? We got our inn. Let's check what people have been saying. 3 stars, 4 stars. Fiend thinks he's great. True. I'm not sure the world agrees. Dirty scientist showed me around the city's laboratories. I was not impressed. Excellent laboratories. Can wish for a better inn. Can wish for a better inn than the one I stayed in. 2 stars. Goddamn. Oh, this sounds like the commenters. This sounds like people who comment in the videos. They'd be like, you could be more effective, but you suck. You suck at playing this game. You're trash. No, I'm just kidding. Most people, honestly, I really appreciate how kind they are on me. Because, like, there are certain issues I definitely miss or don't understand. Like, I know there's things, like, you can import directly to warehouses. I didn't even know you could put tools in this fucking industry here. What would that actually do for them? I do not know, but let's try to give them some tools. But I do take everyone's advice into account, and when somebody says something to me, I listen to what they say, and I take it with a grain of salt. If it's valid, I'll use it. If it's not, I won't really. So, just heed that in mind. But everyone so far has been really lovely, so I appreciate y'all. Well, other than that, I think I really go over the same shit over and over. Like, we have our university, which teaches people. Pretty sure that all of our human populace should be like big brain boys. Yeah, they're 95%. So the humans are brilliant. We've got barbers strewn about the city, and we obviously have our huge industries over here, but that pretty much makes up the whole of the city. We have our other temple to Athuri, a nice bathhouse, and a few other things. And I think in the future I'm gonna have to change this bathhouse, because when they complain, it's because this bathhouse here is small and they want a bigger one. So we might put like a big old bathhouse right in here or something like that. It's nice and central. But the whole goal of the city has been to kind of keep it as tame as possible. So you can see we have probably most of our workers here, I'd say 400 or 500 plus, working in this little area down here. Roughly like 500 in here. We've got like 40 to 120 outskirts, like 40 plus here, and then probably 45 or 60 guys in there. And then we have like probably 50 guys, not even, throughout here, because there's 20 or 30 guys working here, but the rest of this area is not really. Although I do take it back, because there's 12 of these, and some of them have doubles, so maybe 100 workers. And this is kind of how I keep track of where my workers are. As I will zoom out, you can see the little green heads. So a lot of people are training. We have 200, sorry. We have, 200 Dundarians training constantly. I was right. And they are badass. They are fucking badass motherfuckers. And matter of fact, why don't we call them in? Actually, probably because I won't have any populace. They actually do have jobs, but a lot of the times I think they're training too. Let's see. We'll call one of the groups. See what happens. Where's my army here? There we go. There's no space for them to muster. We'll have a muster in here. And we'll have these guys muster down here. They should be moving, right? Yeah, that should be good. them speed up real quick. Takes them a while to get all their gear on. Lovely. Have them march into the city square here. Let's make sure that, yep, our populace is chilling. Look at the Dundarian boys. So badass. So powerful. And of course, we must demonstrate our strength for episode 20. These boys, if they came across an enemy group right now, alone would do a lot of damage to them. Let's speed it up a little bit. Let's let them get out of this area here. Wait for them to all kind of line up. I'm gonna clean that out too so that they can move out in smooth order. There's just something so glorious about seeing them all like packed together. That's all 200 of you? Yeah. That's not 200 guys. That's 100 guys. That's 200 guys right there. Missing some guys in those ranks there. Line it up, brothers. Why do they struggle so bad to fill the gaps? Pissing me off. Alright, we're gonna have to do a little march across the city here. And there they are, brothers, the Golden Boys, protecting the front gates of our great city of Novaster. I sent them to try to man the walls, but they didn't really seem to want to man the walls, so we're definitely going to have to expand them and make them thicker so that people can be up on the walls, shooting down on enemies. But let's let our guys return back home and do their duties. I just wanted to say thank you guys to everyone. I know I'm a pretty, kind of everywhere guy. I jump around in these series. I'm like, oh, this is what I did, and this is what I did. I have no plans for it, so I am very lucky to see people actually enjoy it and watch it. Or I don't know if they enjoy it, but they watch it. I'm making assumptions that people enjoy it. But I hope you enjoy. I hope you guys are enjoying the things that I put out. I hope you're learning some stuff. I hope you kind of pick up a little bit like how you would run your city. I hope you enjoy the presentations. Oh my god, my fucking Dundarians are probably... yeah, they're starving. They were standing outside for so long waiting for me to get all those shots. Head on back and get some food, brothers. They're starving to death. But yeah, I'm very lucky, and I just want to say thank you all, because I look forward to doing more. I got a lot in me. Definitely want to get these guys off of this fucking catapult here. How do I get them to stop manning the artillery? Yes, get off the artillery. You should be getting off the artillery now. Thank you. That's interesting though. You can get them all to arm and be ready on that early by just clicking on this and having them do that. And then you can also choose your military like this too. These guys still saying they're moving, but I don't know why they are. They shouldn't have a move order. But yeah, I just wanted to show off my military. I could show off the world map too a little bit. West Fuckrick, and Fuckburg. I honestly can't remember what this town was named. I know this was Udrick. I named it Fuckrick. I don't remember what this town was named. I named it Fuckrick. Just because it saves me time in my head to come up with original names. And our little army of 525 guys. And some people might say, oh, wait, why does it say 388 possible? We might have to go over here to check that. Some people might say, well, why don't you fill out your army with these Cretonians? You have some. You can make it look like more of your army that way. I would rather die. Those guys eat up so much rations when you have them in your army and equipment. It's not even worth having them. I think that you could genuinely beat a bad army of Cretonians or an army of Cretonians if all your guys are well equipped. You should just equip them pretty well and train them pretty well. And my humans aren't fully equipped because I like them to be fast enough to move around and fast enough to do damage to people. The Dundarians are very heavily armored because they can last in a melee for a very long time. If they're happy and like their morale is up. Oh, look at them. I think they're still decked out in their armor. Yeah, they gotta go put their armor and stuff away. I honestly wish or hope in the future that the recruits will just kind of walk around in their armor. That would be something really cool. And I mention it pretty frequently, but there's going to be a new update very, very soon, which means the billionaire build will change. Everything that I'm doing will change. I'm going to build a new city. I'm going to have a whole new theme. It might be a Mevian. It could be Girthami. It could be a whole different bunch of races. If there's a new race, which I have a strong feeling, there's plenty of room for more races. We might get another one. I get a feeling like we might get another one because at this rate we have a good selection, but certain traits or certain things aren't good. Like we don't have like a warrior class. There's no like specific warrior class. The Dondarians are violent. Telepis are pretty violent, but none of them are like a specific warrior based class. Like Cantors are battle strong. See, they excel at battle. I guess that maybe is the warrior class, but they aren't really that easy to obtain, and they need a lot of different things. So they like authorism. We might actually have the ability to. I think you have to check Cantor's access. You need to have it at above 70%. I'm at 50%. Tourism you need at 80, religion at 80, law at 95, population and 0 slaves for Cantors. So if I can get my access up to, what was it? I think you need it at 75. 70, that is not that bad. We're at, I guess that's not going to really tell me. Why don't we do that first? Give everybody 2 rations. Then clay. Everybody in the city needs fabric. We'll give them some cut stone. pottery. Now I'm gonna see if that brings it up, because we need to get it up to 70%. Argonash we're never gonna have, but we could definitely get a couple Cantors. But I'm gonna leave that for the next episode, as that is going to be episode 21 to 30 kind of shit. Deep kind of building stuff. It will be badass to see some Cantors just walking down the street, coming in here and working out. And then, like, you know, flexing on the enemies. But in reality, they're just gonna end up like the giant in Game of Thrones, getting filled with arrows and dying to like 30 Tilapis. Still would be fun to see. Anyways, I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.